Hello, hello. It's the last daily meditation, healing, and reading session. It's been a ride.
Yeah. It was supposed to be yesterday, but in true form, living in this timeline, things changed. So we were like, hey, we're gonna just do it Friday instead. Which was so great. Yeah, thanks so much for joining us. Love it, love it, love it. Please say hi when you pop in. We are going to start with the meditation. We're going to give about 5 minutes or so, and then we'll just get into it and we'll see where it is. We kind of already feel it's going to be pretty chill, which is probably exactly what we all need right now. Hi, Annie. And getting ready for this weekend because I'm going offline completely. Other than doing some stuff to set up for when I come back, but I won't be checking any messages or anything. So just hanging out with my kids before they start school. It's pretty great. You're going on an adventure?
Yeah, I have a couple shower this weekend in Michigan, so that's really fun.
Because you're getting married.
I am doing that.
That's
happening. Good time.
I'm so excited for it. I can't
wait. I'm ready for that to be done and
over.
over.
One of the sanctuaries too, to get it all over. Right at the end, you're just like, I don't care anymore. Can we just do it? Everyone has opinions.
Yeah, everyone gets really extreme right before a wedding, and then the wedding happens. They're like, "That was amazing! I'm so glad the bride and groom chose to do it that way." And I'm like, really, Karen? Because you spent the past 8 months fighting me on it. Weddings, man, they make people absolutely batty.
Yeah, there's just so many rules and expectations, and it's like a whole industry. And so now there's like keeping up with the Joneses or just shadow work coming up and everything around, and it's a good time.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we got married on 12/21/12. I did it. I got the numbers right. We're like, well, hell, it's already gonna be apocalypse. We also do that in a fire hall and bring all the booze, and that's what we did. It was great. We had 150 people crash, so
that's amazing.
I'm still debating on like just having everyone dress up and just like show up
to my wedding. That would be dope.
So fun.
It would stress everyone else out but me, and it would be great.
And me. Like, here they come through the forest. Do 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 do.
All these fae people just
with wings and hats, wands and glitter. Hi, thanks so much for joining. We're just giving a couple minutes for everyone to kind of pop on if they wanted to join in on the meditation. After that, we'll be doing the astrodice, and of course, if you want a little go deeper, we're offering readings too.
Oh,
what happened?
I made a bad choice.
You just made a bold choice.
It's a fixable choice.
Oh yeah. Do 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 do. How's everybody doing? Are you excited that it's like the weekend? I'm excited. On Sunday, I'm going to be at the Philadelphia Museum of Art doing some crazy codes in front of the Prometheus Bound painting because that's something I got to download for. And I contacted my friend, like, who I haven't spoken to in like 15 years, and we're going to get together. And he's like, yep, you do crazy stuff, but I'm into it. Let's go. So I was like, all right. And he's not, someone who's in my everyday circle. So it was just so nice to kind of reach out. I don't know if it's called recharging. I know every time we go to Philly, it's like the energy is there is nuts, but it's on our ley line, one of our ley lines for us. So that makes sense so every time we go, we're going to try to do New York.
New York.
Get that New York. I was talking to this guy yesterday who's like, I'm moving back to Long Island from being here. And I was like, have fun with that.
Yeah, my friends from Chicago were always so intense about New York. New York's so dumb. It's just a dirty Chicago. Just a dirty, bigger Chicago. And I was like, guys, a lot of people like New York. They're like, no, it's fucking stupid. And I'm like, whoa.
That's assertive, man.
Whoa. Calm down, Chicagoans. Everyone likes your city. Jeez, oh Pete. Eat your freaking hot dogs and deep dish and calm down.
Yeah. We have to go to that pier.
We do.
There's a pier there to go. If anybody wants to go pier hopping, we'll be there eventually.
Watch your Blackhawks and keep your mouth shut.
What do they do in New York? I just live their life.
Broadway and everything. They do everything in New York, don't they?
Mm,
Isn't that the whole point of it?
I don't know. My
To
brother
be
lived
like
there for
the
12 years.
most
And
extreme city in the world.
he worked. That's what he did. I don't know. Yeah, I'm a Philly girl through and through. All right, we're at 5 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and get started for this meditation. I'm just going to let it flow today, Friday flow. And we'll just see what comes. I'm going to, oh yeah, astrodice. You want to talk about that real quick?
Absolutely. Astrodice are these beautiful things. One of them has all the signs, one of them has all the houses, and one of them has all the planets on it. And what I do is I roll these up and I'll let you know kind of what's going on in your life based off where these things are all positioned in which houses, how they kind of play together, and what aspects of your life you should really be focusing on. Sometimes it gives pretty direct advice about how, like what personality traits or actions to take next. So it's like a way less intense tarot reading or rune casting. I feel like it's kind of more like a rune casting. Although with rune casting, it can be like however many runes there is. It's going to be 3 every time for
that's true
for the dice. But
yeah, it's like a combo package. It's cool.
But it's less about like what you want to hear and more about like your guides are just going to be like, and now we're focusing in your house of pets. Sorry, we're going to talk about.
You can roll mine first to give an example once we're done the meditation, and then everybody can kind of get like a flair to it and decide if they're ready, because it can be pretty intense, but it is super helpful, right? Like just rolls and you're like, yep. Yeah, that's right. There's not a lot of flowery language, but sometimes they really have you explain like the entire planetary system and stuff.
It depends on who's reading the astrodice, right? Because the flowery language really comes from the human being. Like I can flip tarot and I'll give you like a 5-minute reading with like 10 cards because I'm just very direct.
Yeah.
You know, where someone who's a little bit more loquacious, is that what that's called? Loquacious has a lot more words, likes to use big words and wordy and flowery words. They might take some people like to explain things in like parables and stories where I'm just like, here's your information.
That's why we make a good team, though.
Yeah, I guess it's a little too direct for some sometimes.
And I'm just like, rainbows. Let's talk about the rainbow part.
Like this one time on this one planet.
When I was a green dragon and I flew through the purple sky. Yeah, that's happening.
And we're like, tell us more, Allison.
Hi, Doreen. Thanks for joining. Oh my gosh. Okay. We're going to get into this meditation and then we'll do the astrodice and we'll hang till we hang and then we're going to get. Aw, thanks, friend. Beautiful. Well, I'm going to wait a minute then so you can come back and get into it. Just let me know when you're back. And then we can do the meditation. So yeah, this is the last day for this, and then we'll be moving this. Thank you all so much for joining part of it. Of course, you can come back to these anytime. The meditations are always in the beginning. I did hashtag meditation if you're a hashtag person, you just want to find stuff. And we'll be moving this onto Pellucity's Patreon. Say Unistay is the healing pillar of the 5 pillars of Pellucity. And so that's a collective team of coaches and healers and all that. So we're getting our Patreon up and running so people can have some variety and some steadiness, and that's affordable. And that everyone can really have the opportunity to receive what they need within their financial means, because in real life, that's like becoming a thing. And we want to make sure that we are really as accessible as we can be, and still be able to feed our children, because my children I've got one kid, like they eat, so it's really important to feed them.
One of your 2 kids eats. For
one of my 2 kids eats. The other one's like, humaning is too much. Yes. It's too much, and so
it's like, why? What's the point?
So now we're gonna work. I know. Hi, thank you so much for joining, everyone. I'm just waiting for anyone who's donating to go out and come back, and then we'll get started with the meditation, and then you're welcome to stay and hang out, move through astrodice if you need a little bit. So perfect. Beautiful. It's so good to see everyone. Yeah, I love it. We're at 10 minutes. Should I just go?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. I just want to hold the space for everyone. Okay.
It's about 15 to 20 minute meditation.
Yeah. Okay, everyone. So just take your deep breath, or just know that this meditation starts at 10 minutes if you need to come back to it later today or tomorrow, whatever. And so we'll just breathe in. And as you breathe in and hold this, close your eyes, really like tune in into the fullness of your breath. Just release it. We're going to do this a couple more times just to get settled. And hold it. It's more of a power breath, actually, I'm kind of noticing. In and hold and release. This is really telling your brain that you're coming to center with your body in alignment. And again, hold and release. Allow it to be as audible as you feel comfortable. In, hold, release. Beautiful. Allow yourself to continue that breathing or to go back to your regularly scheduled program of breathing, really tuning into your humanness, your vessel, your body, really allowing your mind to take notice of your cheeks and your jaw and your shoulders and your wings and your tail and your knees and your feet. Just noticing what is going on. Are you hungry? Are you thirsty? Is there a push or a pull to be needing to do something that comes up immediately? Or, oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Just allow yourself to let your mind really come forward and speak while you're breathing and noticing. It's okay if you want to open your eyes and jot down a note for later. The nice thing about meditating every day is you find your own way of doing it and what works for you. So there are no rules. You might be walking while you're doing this and writing. I've done that before too. It's really fun. Beautiful. Now that you've given the opportunity for your mind and your body to come into alignment, tune into your heart space. Perhaps you store all of your heart space in your belly or your feet. So tune in that space in your body that helps you feel really connected to yourself, to that knowing of the I am. Allow yourself to play with the different I ams, right? I am here. I am purposeful. I'm tired. I'm excited. I'm sad. I'm busy. I am. And as you run the I am within you, allow yourself to experience all of the I ams that you are. This is the beautiful part of being a human. We can be so many I ams at once. Breathe. Allow yourself to start seeing, is that an I am, or is that an I should, or I wish, or I want? Allow yourself to really roll it over within you. Where does that I want sit within your body? Where does that I wish sit in your body? Where does that I should sit within your body? Notice. Is that correlating to any kind of feeling or pain or twinge? Is it tied to a particular emotion or action? It's amazing how naturally brilliant you are already. All of these beautiful knowings and mechanisms within your body, and how effortlessly it works with your mind and your heart and your soul. You are always constantly communicating with yourself. Well done. Breathe. Take a moment to choose what is really wanted and needed. Choose what you'd like to nourish, what you'd like to release, what you'd like to tweak, what to celebrate, what to dream. Breathe. You have come here to co-create your best and most wonderful life. Look how far you've come already. How incredibly, truly magnificent you are. This beautiful light. It does not matter how often there is something that tries to dampen, darken the light within you, whether it be yourself or someone else. It doesn't matter. You never go out. You never stop. You continue on. It's incredible. Breathe. What a beautiful light you are. Allow yourself to feel that heart, that love, that light. Perhaps it's cascading down from the heavens above or through the roots and into your feet. Perhaps you can feel the outstretch of your aura or your wings, just soaking it all in, filling yourself up. You are your sacred space. You are your sacred container. You are your own metronome. How fantastic. It does not matter how many times you choose to follow a detour, a curve, a different way. You are always on that path to home, to wholeness. Breathe. In these next few moments of quiet, allow the I am to spill forth. Each and every one of the I am of you is precious and magical. Even the shadow. Allow yourself to love the entirety of you. Your quirks, your normal, all of it. Breathe. Breathe. Allow yourself to fill up with that love and that power, that joy, that whatever you need to fill up with. You are deserving, you are worthy, you are love. Release those cords. Draw your boundaries. Change your mind, change your heart. You are free. You are free. You are free. Breathe. Give yourself a moment to come back into your body, wiggling those toes and those fingers, shaking the head, petting the cat, looking at the dog. Allow yourself to come back fully in, knowing that you are grounded and safe within your vessel. Maybe shake your hands a little bit. Adjust your ring so it doesn't fly off while you do that. I thank you all so much for joining in. The meditation started at 10 minutes in today, so if you're just popping on, please feel free to go back and watch on the replay. We have 12. How many of these do we have?
14, I think.
Whoa. So each of these live events for the past week or so, or 2 weeks. Has it been 2 weeks? Mm-hmm. Wow, time's amazing.
Yeah, we did 2 weeks of lives.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Incredible. Please feel free to go back. It's so great. A lot of our loves came in and popped in, and we really offered that to anyone who was interested. So you'll see some have different types of people in. So just know each one started off with a meditation. There's astrodice. So if you want to check into that, you want to roll for me. So we're going to do an astrodice roll for me so you can kind of see what that is and what that means. Yeah.
Venus and Taurus. Oh no, I unrolled it. I unrolled the roll. There it is. Venus and, not Taurus, Virgo in the 10th house of Capricorn. Oh man.
You said a lot of big words.
Yeah, I did.
All together at once. I've learned so much about astrology and planets and stuff just from listening to this every day. I think I know it's coming.
You're going to start being able to talk about what you do much more clearly.
Oh, it's amazing.
So you're going to start getting a reputation for what you actually enjoy doing, and you're going to be able to start being able to do that on a more daily basis and really be able to bring that like elevator pitch to people and really say like, I can do that. I can do this. I can do this for you. So your confidence in that is really building. The 10th house represents the, a lot of things, but they're telling me to focus on your public image specifically for that. Virgos are really good about spending the time really building something so that it lasts forever. instead of building their castle on sand, they build their castle on really strong foundation. So I can tell you've done that work already, and now you get to come into harmony and really be able to beautifully, like Venus, right? Beautifully present your image to others in a way that makes sense and that is really fulfilling for you.
Follow up.
Mm-hmm.
Can we then create a live where I come out of a shell?
Like physically a shell,
like physically like an oyster shell.
Of course, Aquarius. Here we go, renting a shell costume.
Yeah.
That's probably rainbow.
But I wanna be like the lobster and I get a little lobster dance. Crab people. I do that anyway.
I'm here for it.
That's
Only
awesome.
if we can eat lobster tail after that.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm in. Let's do it.
Or sushi.
Or sushi. Alrighty.
So yeah, that's it. Okay.
That's astrodice. And yeah, today is the very last one, you guys.
Yeah, after
we're gonna
this,
move to Patreon.
It's a Patreon game. But that's cool. There's a bunch of different tiers. You do monthly, weekly, bi-weekly. There's like all different kinds of stuff to really get in, to allow everybody access and to do that. And of course, well, you always see us here too, but it's really about,
we'll be popping around, I'm sure.
And there'll be others. It's not just us, right? It's the whole Say to Stay collective, or any of those that are wanting to be, that are a part of it already, or wanting to be, or staying, or all that good stuff. So it's going to be really great. All that will be unfolding in the next couple months. Thanks so much for all of your patience, allowing this to take pretty much a year, and really supporting us and supporting all the other groups, and really trusting yourself and like knowing where you're going, and so good. So yeah.
The card explosion.
Where did it even go? Oh, there it is. Guys, you know the Fae stole all of my clothes.
Side quest. It's been a rough time.
It's true. Jared and Penelope went through the entire house. They couldn't find any of my clothes. That's so funny.
That's really, yeah. And P like did it to the most extreme.
Oh yeah,
she,
Aries.
Yeah.
She found her bottle though, her little Ursa bottle.
There you go.
Okay, yeah. Yep. You looked for my clothes, and then you washed some of them, honey. Thanks for doing that.
Husband of the Year award.
I mean, I think it's great that we work as a team, and he washes my clothes despite being completely terrified. Look how it's all coming off, and crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Because of course my clothes have weird things happen to them. So
yeah. I know. I'm lucky if James does his own laundry. I'm like, yes, you did it, and you folded it and put it away. So good job,
more
Jared.
than I do. We have to work
incredible.
teamwork, right? Because like one of us will do it, and then it'll make it into the basket, and then the basket will make it onto the bed, and then another one,
stays in the dryer forever.
Yeah,
and then James becomes, oh yeah, we are glitching real bad.
Yeah, it's happening, guys. This is it. Natalia, my beautiful queen. It's time to take the leap of faith, right? To jump right in. This is when you start to really truly believe the power of your consciousness, like not just your religion, not just the spirituality, but your entire being, your entire consciousness, and that multi-level. Look at us glitching. This is crazy. It's really, your inside will come out in such a beautiful way that people will be able to enjoy it. There's been pieces of that, right? There's been pieces of you kind of like eking out a little bit. It feels like you've been testing the waters. I don't know. They just keep saying it's time. There's like 4 goddesses pulled here. So if you're open, I would like to just do a little quick activation for you to really help, if you're ready for that, to really help open that solar plexus area, and also kind of in between your solar plexus and your heart space, and like open that cavity up and allow your light to really shine through. If you're feeling that and what you're doing in the world, which is so beautiful. The quote card And this came up the other day too. So I think that it's just like so important. Through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple effect of peace in the world. Our brains don't know the difference of what's real and not real, right? You are a portal. That's the beautiful part about being kind of in the divine feminine, okay? And so you have 4 divine feminine goddesses who are stepping forward at this time, who, should you say yes to the activation, I'm just going to bring them all in and we're just going to do it. It's going to be like this crazy, amazing thing. The first one is Isis. She's all about rebirth, the root and sacral chakras. And her partner in crime is Hestia, who's also root and sacral. They really want to get in there, the earth, the root, the sacral, really get in there and do grounding and really get that together. And then we've got Perpetua, she who aches. She is really coming through and into your spaces of aching and loss, and really wants to fill that up with this beautiful purple light with Colette, she who nurtures, empathy, gentleness, and insight, and really going in with this violet flame and coming in and really doing it. So yeah, okay. I'm going to let Sammy do what Sammy does. So if there's anything else that can be incorporated into this activation and clearing that, it can be. Holy cow. Okay. I'm going to try to be very still so we don't glitch so much. I'm done.
You're done? Okay. All right. So you've got Neptune and Aquarius in the 5th house. The 5th house is the Leo house. So it represents things like romance and drama. And it also, wow, really bad glitching. Can you guys even hear us clearly? I feel like it's okay. Romance, drama. It's also childlike wonder and imagination and play. Neptune is also the planet of imagination and disillusion. Whenever we have Aquarius coming into the mix, it brings in a lot of sound is fret.
Sounds great.
Oh, okay. Sounds great. All right. Cool. Yeah, so whenever Aquarius comes into the mix, it provides a bit of rebellion, a bit of unexpected change. And so if this is happening in your 5th house, I feel like you're really going to experience Leo in its entirety. So you're going to get the good surprises, like boom, I can unexpectedly express myself with someone that I didn't expect to, or, ooh, my little love is giving me some little present that I wasn't aware of. But then also you might be uncovering some things that have been like in illusion for you, things that are not quite working out, that people that aren't really who they say they were going to be, you could be finding some of that and feeling a little bit of drama in that space. The good news is that all of your other cards suggest a play. You've got the 10 of Pentacles upright. This is a freaking amazing card when it comes to the earthly realm. And this is something that brings in happiness in family, in your values, in your support system. This is like the complete domestic harmony package. You've also got the zebra card. Is like a visionary. It's like an Aquarius, right? It comes in, it tells you all the beautiful new things that you need to hear. And it like wakes you up to the magic that exists in the world. So I really, you need to go on this card even says, have an epic adventure. So you really need to start playing. And I don't know if when you were a kid, if you like made these elaborate scenarios and then played them out with your friends, you need to do that a little bit. You need to connect back to the roots of these like fun, epic adventures, magic is everywhere, yes, moments. So hopefully that resonates and helps. Are you coding silently?
I just the foundational stuff because we're just gonna get in it. So Natalia, I would like you to take a deep breath. And so this is the nice part when we do these lives, that there are others here who are also needing this. So like when one person says yes and steps out and says the yes, then everyone else gets it too. So if it's for you. So if you're ready, Natalia, okay. Orasknisa tara utora knitora shiti iya tara moktara ikiti ishina tara utora arkisi tara kiki mokotara kiki ashakia yakra kaka motara kisi niekt arsukuto tareki yar esnikt arsukuto toriena kata atos yatara kiki mi kata toriena na ashatara kiki kataria kiki motara kisi tisi siniakt arsukuto torieki yar arsukuto ariana shatara kata isimi katoro toro rakisi anahar soto ikinya arsiki yar arsukuto urabakti ichi araksi tisi atotoria kiki mokotoro arsinti atari isiki kakateki kakototo tare kiki matara yasati yer kur inishitara kiki atati arsukuto siki ask nekut as arkut arknik yer is next utodoroskra arksi para aruskur urenia shatara isiti ki akototo tare pur inik arkutut arkishiana. It begins. Incredible. Well done. That was a lot. It's like, it doesn't always take a long time, right? But it's a lot of this is, Natalia, is that you're ready to take the jump, take it. Like, you know, that leap of faith, you will be caught, you will be loved, you will be celebrated, you are, all that's already happening.
You will be caught, it will be fun, but you will get to suss out some things that aren't necessarily going the way you think they're going to, which is inevitably, in the long run, way better.
Yeah. You got it. Feels really good. Those goddesses are just going to stay with you for a little while, so you can just allow that to continue. They're just going to continue. They're like, yeah, we're not finished yet, but that was cute. You can stop. So they're going to handle the rest, and really just allow your time. So just be very cognizant that you've got 4 divine feminines around you working. Yeah. Thank you so much.
All right, Tinks.
Here we go.
Hey, Amy.
Amy's debuting next week, you guys, in the Soul Tribe. She's a soul painter. I accidentally activated one time on one of these lives. She is great. We're gonna have her in a soul chat, I think. Hey, Amy, you wanna be in a soul chat? I don't want to put you out there. You don't have to answer that right now. But yeah. Thanks. Ashkotori na harasiti usguru. Oh, you feel the calling. Taraiki shiniakus urariaki tianas arkuro. Sa surfacing. Yakatara ara sanakator arkishi tiakos ora. Ora ara iki ashator orohi anaa. Good. I love this on the line, and I love that.
Oh man.
You can go first if you want, if you're ready. Are you feeling ready?
I need about
just a minute to just slice it in.
So you've got Saturn and Taurus in the 12th house. It's going to take me a second. The 12th house is that Aquarian house of closures, healings, karma ending, the afterlife, the subconscious, all of those beautiful concepts. It's a lot of earth in that house. There's a lot of stability. What it feels like to me is that there's something to do with money and the way, the emphasis that you have, that you put on money, and that's being released. And you're getting to view money and work in a whole different way, and you're getting to restructure your values around that, which is really, really good. And I think is going to free up a lot of your brain space for other things, because money is not coming easily to a lot of people right now, and there's a lot of scarcity mindset around it currently in the collective, and you're really going to pioneer the new way of thinking about money, and you're going to be able to blaze that path for the rest of us. You've also got the Star card reversed, which this card Talks about some really difficult past situations that have drained you and made you feel like a little bit of like, am I on the right path? Am I doing the right thing? Is this really what I want out of life? Is this really who I want to be? You're questioning a lot of things, but the other card is go with the flow. Okay. Tune directly into that solar plexus chakra, I think is what the orange one is. Is that right?
What?
What's orange for chakras?
Sacral.
Sacral. Oh, okay.
I mean, it can be solar plexus too. Yeah, I mean, it's
okay.
Like there's 6 of one, half dozen of the other, I think. Anyway.
Tune into that sacral space of like creativity and birthing new things and just allow yourself to go with the flow. Like you may be thinking, wow, that's such an interesting perspective. Why am I ruminating on that person's perspective on this thing? Just go with it, ruminate about it, feel into it, see if it's for you, see if it's not for you, see if it's triggering you for something else. And there's a reason why you need to work out that trigger. It just really feels like you're doing a lot of exploration in the realm of like, what in the world is wrong with the world? Like you're really feeling that overall collective, like what is going on? Like why are they doing these things? Like you're questioning a lot right now, and that's okay. That's exactly where you're supposed to be. So keep questioning, keep going with the flow, keep doing what feels right. It's going to lead you somewhere.
Yeah. Okay. Hi. You're the sun. Own it. What you desire, what you long for is already yours. Own it. Yeah, paving a new way. So I feel that so strongly. I know there's been some emotional turmoil of kind of getting smacked a little bit, and that's okay. What's really amazing about you, and this is like just such a beautiful gift, is like you just get up and go, okay, that didn't work. I'm going to keep trying something else. And really, and working through that and allowing it to be, because this is you, right? You're this beautiful, incredible leader. And no, you don't lead like everybody else. That's the point, right? Just like Sammy was saying, you're here to show a new way. It's just sometimes it takes a little long to get there, and that's really frustrating. So I want to help push that along and get some codes and activations. I love the yellow 2 came from the sun.
Yeah.
So I'd really like to get in there and get in your solar plexus for the confidence and the courage, and get that light, really, that you blowing out and just being you all the way unapologetically, and in your sacral, and get those creative juices going and really work them together and just allow you to be like, yep, I'm going to be badass. It says, my faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're really flipping the switch, and I would like to help. Should you say yes to any energetic work in that, I would really get in there and do it and activate it. Like you've already said yes, I'm feeling, and that's correct. And if this is and not, we can always save it for another day, another time. But like if you're ready, like okay, all right. Also, anyone else, you know how it goes, right? So note of this, okay, these types of activations create a faster shedding, a faster movement. It collapses timelines. It helps you really see your choices, really step into yourself. That also means that the deeper shadows come up. The fall away is faster. And this is really about giving and releasing, right? Here we do. This is like every time when it gets crazy busy like this, they're going to hold the frequency, right? Okay, this is going to be fierce, y'all. Okay, Tings, here we go.
Yarxis arsisinic arctinic arcutut arcutut argiga perikishinic arsi arsinetan asututoreki ersinic tarsutur urienis arisinic tarkia tarkia taramaktarxis yatarkututariana katagiatakakata orsinic uterakini sotototo arpisi yakut amakta askutur urilis araikata ututikata ikiniak askututu yak aksinic artiata kamaktarskisi eroskutur anatsadarasisi madara yasututu yatakisiki yamokutur ashkiti isinia tutoria katarakia yarasiki isinia tutoria tikisiki inia saratia tara otara yana gracia yagrasiki ni ototara isinia sotaria tarakia yakapaga yana senti yakototara shida sataya senti isi tarakaka yasohia nasahia.
He was like, I'm gonna bark through this whole thing.
Yeah. He's like,
Protection.
yeah, well, they come so close. Like that type of energy comes close. It is very like the dogs are really always that fierce because this is a part of yourself that's ready and is like in it, and you're in there and it's weaved and it's ready to go. Just keep saying yes, Jinx. Yeah, you're so welcome. Fierce it up, Queen. Thanks. Love you. Thanks.
We've got about 15 minutes left. So if anyone wants a reading, this is our last daily meditations, readings, and healings before we pop on and start doing this on Patreon more regularly. Or if anyone just wants a free dice roll, let me know.
Yeah, we'll do a separate live to talk about the Patreon. You're so welcome. Because they're like there's like the free stuff, obviously, because we want to have as much content. There's like a $3 a month, $11 a month, probably like a $33, and then if you want to get into more like weekly stuff.
Absolutely, Amy.
Amy, remember last time you got a roll?
Was that yesterday?
That one time.
Oh. All right. Woof. Okay. Sagittarius and Mars in the 8th house. 8th house is the Scorpio house of like merging assets, like inheritances sometimes, joint ventures and goals, digging deep into intimacy. What are they wanting me to focus on? Sagittarius. Yeah, both Mars and Sagittarius are fire, so having fire in that house is kind of like dulling the fire a little bit, which might not be such a bad thing because Mars can get pretty aggressive sometimes. It can really get us like riled up and like almost overly passionate about a situation where we burn out really fast. So I like that this is actually placed in a water house where it's kind of keeping it tame a bit. Are you working in the world? Are you like trying to redo your finances in something? It's almost like you're going to work out a new system between like your work and your like a partner. Instead of the quote card you got was, instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for all the highest good for all. Okay.
No, they said that coincides somehow for you, so I brought it over. I've never done that before, you guys.
Well, it would make sense with Sagittarius because Sagittarius is like looking over top of things. It's like the Aquarius of the fire signs, basically. So it's like, or the Pisces of the fire signs, where it's looking more at like a global humanitarian view and less of like directly at like what it can benefit for them, although they can be a little bit on the ego side sometimes if they're feeling unhealthy. But generally they're looking at a bigger, more philosophical way. So you're like really looking at the philosophical prospects of how your money, why is there so much about money today? How your money is being organized and where it's going and who you're sharing it with and who you're sharing, like what you're spending it on, basically. Are there
Attention flows where money goes.
Yeah. It's almost like you're finally going to get the courage to look that in the face. And sometimes that's really difficult, right? Because we like to just be like, hey, it'll all work out. It'll all work out. But Mars is giving you the courage to step up and be like, maybe I should make some long-term plans in the realm of money. So I think that's going to be a big focus for you either.
Awesome. It feels solid though.
Yeah.
You keep saying yes to yourself. That's all I gotta do, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And let the rest come in and really, and then, yeah. Thanks. That's great. Got a quote card too.
Got a quote card, yeah. It's a good call. What is it again? Instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of being like, oh gosh, I hope my paycheck makes it. It's going to be like, actually, we're going to get this. Oh, my courage is to ask my. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, Mars is on your side, and Mars is the god of war, right? It wins.
Yeah. Call those parts of you in, whether that be through a deity or, I mean, we're all one, right? So all of us have access to every fractal of everything. Yeah. So if you're feeling like you need like a protector almost, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do it. What's up, Mars? Come help me like beef this up, right? And you then you're projecting, right? You're channeling Mars, right? So you're projecting that energy, and that's an action energy, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Get to it. It's gonna work out. So you're gonna feel so good because you did it.
Mm-hmm. And I think you're going to be able to finally explain it to your ex why it's important to do now.
And be heard.
Mm-hmm. There's something you're going to be like, oh, I see how he philosophically views money and how I need to, like, he or she, I guess, and how I need to get that through.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of stuff we're in the I know I'm not meaning to do this because we're going to have a whole other life, but in our monthly Patreon and stuff, we're going to be having all of that too. And there's a lot of great resources out there that are, that most of it will be like free. We're just like, it gets lost in the Facebook, it gets lost in the groups, and we're like, forget it. So like, it'll just be there and you'll be able to access all the free stuff. You know, it's all in one place.
Yeah, the podcast will always stay free. Yeah. And that's a weekly pop in about all kinds of whatever the energies are going on of that week. So
yeah, all kinds of grounding, protection. Yeah, we like launched it, I guess, but we didn't really like talk about it.
Yeah, we gotta go in there and, like,
about it.
We gotta go in there and really suss it out. It's like, hi, this would be a good idea. Here's some 4 levels, maybe.
Yeah, this is what happened when Sammy caught me in a creative moment. She was like, hi, we're gonna sit and do this right now.
We're capitalizing on this.
Yeah, because that's what happens, right? We've come through time working together, right? And this is why, you know, I love working with other people so much. Like, yeah, I can do it on my own, but like, it'll take forever. I'm like a squirrel, you guys. I'm just like, wee, I have these 90 ideas. And so this past like 2 years, I've really been asking for those to come in who are in the same alignment of, you know, getting the world in a better and safer place, and then providing more options, like knowing this chaos and this decentralization is happening, and how do we remain true to our light and to our pillars and allow us to still like also be human. Because I know like it was really hard for me to say, okay, I could do it, but it won't ever get done, right? And for me, who's like really grew up very accomplished oriented, it took a lot out of me. But then I opened my heart up, and, you know, it got crushed a couple times, and we went through the dark night of the soul, and I just kept working at it. And, you know, those things don't ever really go away. It's what you choose to do with what happens, you know? And so,
yeah. And I can get 8,000 things done in a day, no problem, but I can't present them to people. When I go to present them to people, people are like, okay, because I don't have that like little calling people in, knowing exactly what they're sold. And just like we were talking about the finances, I can't speak to their personal philosophy the way that Allison could just look at a person and be like, I know exactly what to say to them to get them to be understanding this concept. So
yeah, we're meant to work together.
Yeah.
And not just us, there's more out there. Like,
I know. We're adding additional people with skill sets we didn't even realize we needed, right? Yeah. People who are like, oh, I actually know a lot about like zoning, and I can talk to people about real estate. And we're like, all right, you know.
Yeah, it's about togetherness. Yeah. And I know it seems like, and it's hard, right? It's hard to say yes to a group, say yes to a circle. And don't get me wrong, like, and the hardest lesson for me still, and I still work through it like all the time, is that the circles ebb and flow, and that's okay. But to still know that there are a few core ones that those that show up and do it. And like, yeah, it's scary, man. It's scary to put your trust into other things and other, you know, because you never know, right? But I always am like, well, we got to try it and see what happens, because I personally don't want to be on my deathbed being like, why didn't we try that? Like, so really allow yourselves to just trust where you're going. Like, part of that's our whole goal is to ensure that, like, as you go through all this and meet all the people and we cruise direct and all that, like, you learn how to do all of this yourself and you heal, right? And so you relearn and rediscover that you are just as powerful, like, that we team up and we help more, right? There's like billions of people on the planet, man. How cool would it be if that's just how life was? Like, you just came and you got to, like, you know, be supported. And it's hard, and you know, so it's hard because we hold on to our traumas, like what it was used to be has defined us, and now we hold on to the light, and still our brains are like, but I'm comfortable in victimhood, and I'm comfortable being crazy, and I'm comfortable not getting, like, I'm comfortable. Yeah. Being uncomfortable is being human. That's how we grow, right? And being vulnerable and presenting a certain way and just making, you know, like, we all, like, I go through it every day, right? And I see what happens, you know, and we're seeing so many of us, like, having nowhere else to go to and to express all of this out there, because we don't have enough people who are able to really hold it, you know, in these sacred spaces, which is like, and then, you know, especially when COVID happened, oh my God, we were like, wow, we can't even go outside now. Like, what are we going to do?
We were like, oh, we don't have any good foundation set, because when we are sent with a big challenge as a society, we just go, and that's the end of it.
Yeah. We all have the power within us, you guys. You all have it. If I can do it, if she can do it, so can you. You just need to decide what you want to do. And, you know, we're here to help whatever that is for as long as it needs to be. And, you know, and some are here for the long haul. Some are here to be seeders and go and seed elsewhere. And yeah, there's a moment this morning that I was like, I don't want to do this. And I'm at that moment after it had an explosive energy, right? You push through. Yeah.
I think emotions only last in our body for 90 seconds, right? So if we can sit with that for 90 seconds and allow that to really move physically through our body, then it clears the brain. Because when you're having an extreme emotion, right, all your brain either does is it can't think, or it ruminates on one particular thing. You know, those are its only choices, because it kind of just shuts off and it's like, this is the thing that I can do. So if you allow yourself those 90 seconds, that minute and a half, to just like let it go, then usually the brain clears up and you're able to look at something in a more analytical way.
And she had to teach me that. I was like, I don't understand it. And so for the first, I don't know, 6 months maybe that we really started spending time together, she taught me how to do that. She taught my brain and my body how to get into alignment and be like, you know, and I like didn't even realize that I was ruminating about some things, and she so beautifully done. Hi, you've brought this up about 7 times today. I'm just really wondering if you've really allowed yourself to, like, feel this and work through it, or because I didn't even realize, right, that I would just mention it to get enough out and then close it back up so I could continue pushing and going, you know.
Sometimes you just got to spend some time feeling it.
Dude, the greatest advice she ever gave me, I swear to God, set a timer, 3 to 5 minutes or whatever you feel like, and then just lose your goddamn mind for that time and let it all out, whatever that is, crying or yelling or whatever, stamping your feet or throwing dishes. You know, if you're going to do mosaics, try to repurpose. Sticks, maybe, like, whatever. I was going straight for the dishes.
Yeah.
Swipe by everything you could will.
Well, yeah.
And then allow it to be, and then it is like, and then you get it physically out and moving on, and the energy moves right as you're moving. Find what works for you.
Yeah, you can't just bottle it all in. As much as, you know, as a Capricorn, I would just love to bottle it all in and never express myself.
Right. And but see, then if you do that, then everyone relies on you. So if you ever have a moment where it's just too much, right? And then people can't handle it because you're always the rock, right? And that's something that, you know, we worked together as we were both always viewed as a rock. So like the first time like we cried at each other, it was a big deal. We're both like, we're having emotions at the same time. It's very emotional. Oh, you did, Jessica? That's so awesome. Yeah, it really works. I think everybody should do it
Mm-hmm.
because you're just allowing, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
we're so trapped in the time world. Well, let's just use that to our advantage.
Honor
right?
your humanness. Just
Yeah.
honor it. It's what you came here to do, is to experience the human experience, right?
That's why some people like go on a run or go for a swim, or
We talked about the power of emotions on the podcast.
Oh,
Was
yeah.
that last week? And you're like, yeah, why come here if you're not going to do it all? Like, take the whole buffet, right? Eat everything off the buffet. Have all the emotions. Have all the experiences. Do it.
yeah,
You're here. Do it.
try it all.
Yep.
All snap.
I'll snap it.
All snap. Well, we've hit our hour. Thank you all so much for joining. We look forward to connecting with you on this level. In the Patreon world, of course, these are always available. We've got our YouTube podcast. You can find us everywhere. Just keep an eye out. We're changing just so quickly. Our founding circle members have been incredibly patient and flexible while we're trying to figure out what we're doing, and have given us some really great ideas. And so we're all going to be circling up at the end of this month, and really kind of beginning to shift gears, and everyone's kind of figured out where they really want to be, and it's so great. We originally thought it was going to take about 6 months, but who knew? It took a lot less, but it was more intense. So it was quite the thing. So just know that we're all here. We're all still together, even though you don't see us all together all the time, that we're in the background working. We are still family, right? We just don't see each other all the time. And go where your heart calls you. Listen to yourself, to those that you connect with. This is all about co-creating a global community. So keep trusting, keep speaking the truth. And we'll see you soon.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
It's been an honor.
Ending the broadcast.